So, you and Bow Wow. And, I actually just interviewed Bow Wow at his house, like about a week and a half or so ago. And I guess you have said some stuff about Bow Wow in the past. And I guess they played a rerun of one of your old shows.
Yeah.
And Bow Wow got upset and, called you out again on Twitter. What's up with you and Bow Wow?
I don't have a problem with Shad Moss. It's just that Donkey of the Day really gets under people's skin. But once again, I'm not making any of this shit up. I gave Bow Wow Donkey of the Day once because he said he would never do Empire. Empire, just reinforces a lot of negative stereotypes of black people, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, okay, Empire is a show about a rap label and rappers. I'm like, Bow Wow, aren't you a rapper? So how is it reinforcing negative stereotypes when it's actually just people pretending to be what you actually are? You know what I'm saying? So is you being a rapper a negative stereotype? And then, he said he would never do the show. I'm like, well, who asked you to do the show? I bet you he'll do the show now since CSI Cyber or whatever got canceled. I bet you he would run to go do Empire now if Lee Daniels called him. So I gave him Donkey of the Day for that. Another time I gave him Donkey of the Day was when he was, I think it was the Grammys maybe, and he was doing the live show, and he was like, we're counting down, and he was like 3, 2, 1, but the clock still had 30 seconds left on it. So he was trying to stretch. That shit was funny. It was funny, but he got offended by it. And now listen, I'm not above that either. I might get on live TV and fuck up one day too. Live TV is no joke.
Right.
And guess what? When I do, y'all can clown me for it too. But in the meantime, Bow Wow, you got to get this slander. So he just doesn't like that. And then, one day he tweeted me and was like, oh, because what did he say? Oh, man. He said something about some
gang shit.
Yeah, some gang shit. Yeah. He was like, I'm fruits, whatever. I didn't know what that was. I was on the radio. I'm like, what is fruits? Because back in the days, fruits used to be slang for gay people. So I'm like, what is that? What does he mean, fruit?
Fruits Pyru.
Fruits Pyru.
Yeah.
Found that out later. You know what I'm saying? So then he tweeted me and goes, yo, it's mad people in California. Just want you to know, mad at you right now for that little comment you made on the radio this morning. Mm-hmm. So I retweeted him and I go, but you're from Columbus, Ohio. What do you know about people in Cali? Like even if you live there, how do you know if these people are mad? And this is what I don't understand about these rappers. Why do y'all, get into the rap game, make money, do legitimate business, only to start fucking with the hood, fucking with criminals? Like now, you rolling with gangs now, Bow Wow? You rolling with gangs? Did you see the other tweet he sent me where he said, Charlamagne's a hoe. If I put hands on him, he just gonna sue. He's just a radio guy. I'm not Stunner. I'm the wild one. When the fuck did Shad Moss become the wild one? He said he's not Stunner, meaning he's not Birdman.
Right.
Birdman should be offended. Birdman should be insulted that Bow Wow thinks I'm not Stunner. I'm the wild one.
Well, the reality is when you get to a certain financial level, you have people around you, you know people, you get introduced to people around you, and there's people that are willing to do dirt on your behalf.
Well, you're an idiot. You shouldn't be looking for people to do dirt. You should be looking for people to do business. You know what I'm saying? If you want people to do dirt, first of all, you shouldn't want that around you. You shouldn't want that energy around you. Go hire you some real security. Some white boys in some suits, you know what I'm saying? Some undercover cops that can legally pop somebody. I remember Eminem said that on a rap back in the day. I don't carry guns no more. I don't got to. Got undercover cops that'll legally pop you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's smart business. Why would I go affiliate with a bunch of gangs and hood dudes? You know what I'm saying? Like,
you saw Chris Brown do it.
It makes no sense. Now you just out here getting extorted. You in LA getting extorted. Let's call it what it is. Like a lot of these guys are just out in LA getting extorted. That's it. You're really paying for protection when you could just pay for protection the legal way. Like, why put yourself in the mix of that? And even if you're going to do that, you shouldn't be allowed to wear it. If I was the Bloods, if I was the Crips, if I was the Fruit Town Pyrus or whatever.
Which are Bloods?
What, Fruit Bloods. If I was them, I'd be upset. I'd be like, yo, y'all representing us wrong. Stop it. Chris Brown, stop doing that shit on social media. Bow Wow, stop that shit. Stop misrepresenting us.
Well, I think what happens, because I live in LA, But I'm a little bit older, so I come in with a slightly different perspective. But I think if you're young and you're in the music industry, you come from LA, you come from wherever you're from, you move to LA, and you grew up on Death Row and Snoop and the Dog Pound and MC8 and so forth, and you sort of been enamored with that gang culture because the music, NWA, so forth and so forth. So you come in it and you kind of fall in love with that energy. And it may not be the best idea. It usually is not a very good idea. But I think that's what happens a lot in LA.
That makes no sense. I love all those guys you just named. I love their music. But guess what? I also saw Tupac get killed. Mm-hmm. I see Suge Knight in jail right now, forever. Like, just countless stories of, gang members that get killed. It's like, why would you want to affiliate with that? Like, salute to all the real Bloods and all the real Crips out there who probably had no other choice because it was a thing in their community, it was a thing in their family. But for these guys who have totally other options, who didn't grow up around that shit at all, these motherfucking entertainers, the Bow Wows, the Chris Browns, stop it. Like, why even do that to yourself? Like, that makes no sense to me. And guess what? Even if you got family members that are Bloods and that are Crips and that are active in the street, show them a better way. You know what I'm saying? Tell them, like, look, come up out the street, let me give you a job. Not just a job to do dirt for me. Like, why would you want your people to do dirt for you? Think about that. If you got people around you that you want to do dirt for you, you don't care about those people. I got my peoples around me. I try to keep us out of trouble. The only time we gonna be in a situation like that is if it's self-defense, if people, put their hands on us or some things of that nature, whatever. God forbid any of that ever happens. I don't want my people to do dirt for me. You know why? Because I love my people. I genuinely love my people. I don't want them in jail. I don't want them dead. So why would I ever want somebody around me to do dirt for me?
Feel you.
That's whack.
So Katt Williams called you out recently. Mm-hmm. He asked if you want to see his donkey of the day. Where did that come from? Did you give him donkey of the day recently? Again?
I've always given. I give Katt is a habitual donkey of the day offender.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And very deserving of it, by the way.
Why is that?
Because he's always doing some dumb shit. Like, he's another example of, getting in a certain position and, his mind isn't growing to where the position he's in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're making all this money, you're Katt Williams, you're one of the biggest comedians in the world, but in your mind, you still acting like a motherfucking peasant. You still acting like a motherfucking bottom feeder. Like, it's just certain things that you should not be doing. Like, listen, you can give to the hood, give back to the hood all the motherfucking time as much as you want. If you want to go play soccer with some kids, how about rent out a soccer field somewhere and invite a bunch of kids to play instead of going to the motherfucking projects? Go get those kids from the projects and bring them to the soccer field. A fight may still happen, but at least it's an environment that you created and that you somewhat control.
Well, I've interviewed Katt Williams a couple of times. I've been around him. I don't think that he could help himself because I think that Katt Williams has certain issues that he probably doesn't take his medication for and so forth. I don't, Katt Williams is a genius at what he does. He's functional, clearly, because it's not like, I've never heard of him missing a show.
Oh, I have.
Oh, you have?
Hell yeah.
Okay, I haven't.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that. You may be right. But he is somewhat functional, is what I'm saying. But I think that similar to like a Gucci Man or recently it was found out that Kanye has certain issues. He's, I guess, schizophrenic and bipolar. He doesn't take his medication.
I don't know.
I think it's one of those things, and I think that when you see all these situations, they all kind of happen at once. They happen within like a 2-week time span. Within like a week, he punched that guy on the Beanie Siegel stage, and then got stomped out. Then he got into a fight with a 17-year-old, and then he like fought someone at a Target, and you see what I'm saying? It all happens at once. And if you rewind like a year and a half, remember he had that whole run once again.
All of those things you just named, but when I give him donkey of the day, I'm wrong. I'm the bitch ass nigga because I'm just stating the obvious. I'm saying exactly what you just said, stating the obvious issues that this guy is going through with the law, but I'm the problem. He keeps punching motherfuckers, putting hands on people, but I'm the problem. And what bugs me out is that's the people that they look at and say, he's a real nigga. Why is he a real nigga? Because he's criminal? Y'all gotta stop with this real and criminal thing, because the lines are very blurred on what really is truly real and what's criminal. And I hear Katt Williams call out a Kevin Hart. I hear him call out a Chris Rock. To me, Kevin Hart and Chris Rock are real. You know why? Because they're not in and out of jail. They're providing for their families. They're working hard, and they're making history. Meanwhile, Katt is just out here cursing everybody motherfucking out, getting arrested every fucking day, and fucking causing himself basically to lose money, while these guys continue to win and win big. So it's like, who would you rather be, Katt Williams or Kevin Hart? Katt Williams or Chris Rock? And you talk about Chris Rock as a coon, y'all must really not understand what the definition of a coon is. A coon is anybody that reinforces the negative stereotypes of black people. What's more negative and more coonish than pretending to be a pimp for years, portraying the pimp image, and now you're a black man who's constantly in and out of jail? Looks to me like Katt Williams is reinforcing way more negative stereotypes of black people than Chris Rock is. So which one do you want to be? Why is Katt the real nigga to y'all, but Chris and Kevin are the coons and the clowns? Like, we are really ass backwards out here in this society in 2016, bro.
Look, I work with them on Mad. Good guys. Good heart. Good guys. Give you the shirt off their back. Is it ironic? Is it a coincidence that they most of their friends are white and got white wives? They like white women? I mean.
And they develop envy because they go home. They get out the car with their friend, with their other partner, and he listening to your music. They walk in the house, they girl listening to your music. They go downstairs, the kids doing a dance to your music. Now they are hypnotized with hatred.